what made you want to do The Masked Singer?
Uh, Man, it was a show that I always wanted to do. It always looked so fun. And yeah, it's, been on for a couple of years, obviously. And so it was one of those where I was waiting on the text from them. And, I'm really glad they asked me to be a part of it because again, it's something that me and my family enjoy watching. And, I just thought it would be a different experience. And I love to do new things.
Yeah, definitely. And you got to perform as the Royal Knight. What was it like to perform in that costume, to move around across the stage and sing?
I mean, I feel like I was given a costume that was able to move better than some.
Mhm.
It was, um, the wardrobe people are just lovely and they're so sweet. And anything that didn't feel good or I was having a hard time with, they were very willing to, make it fit better. Of course, you have the challenges of not being able to see very well out of the mask, but you get used to it. By the second show, I was feeling better in it for sure.
Who knew about your performance? Obviously, everything has to be kept tightly under wraps at The Masked Singer, but who did you tell? Did you tell your husband? Did you let Mike in
My
on it?
husband
Yeah.
My husband and my two kids, and then my ex-husband knew just because he was with the kids while I was on the
Mhm.
show. So he knew, but everyone was sworn to secrecy. Even though my daughter, when it started airing, she was telling all her friends at school to watch The Masked Singer, and I was like, you can't tell them why to watch The Masked Singer. But she's like, Mommy, I'm not telling them it's you. Don't worry. I just tell them they have to watch it. I'm like, okay.
How did they react to finding out you were going to be doing the show?
They were so excited. I mean, they were throwing out costume ideas like a flying dragon unicorn, and I'm just like, I was like, we'll see what they have. Like, we've got the creative meeting of the costume, and then we can talk. But I mean, the second they said night, I knew that was it, just because of everything. My husband calls me his little warrior. Like, I knew that was what it was.
You spoke about in the clues package about finding your fairy tale happily ever after so long, after so many ups and downs. What has that been like to, be with your family and get to this point after a lot of the struggles that you've gone through publicly?
It's amazing. I mean, I feel like even when I saw that episode and, we're sitting there with my two kids and my husband or sorry, our third kid was sleeping. But it's very full circle. It feels, I'm I'm very grateful and I hope that it gives hope to other people that are either lost or they, feel hopeless and that they're not gonna, have that fairy tale ending because I think it's out there for everyone. It's just, if we grab it or not.
What is this Thanksgiving going to be like now for you as a big blended family?
So we have the kids this year, the bigs, by Jolie and Jace or whatever. So we are actually in Michigan right now. So they're at a play place right now. They're actually sending me videos of them at a little play thing.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're here in Michigan with the family and my grandma, gets to meet Roman for the first time since we haven't been back since he was born. So it's a special little Thanksgiving for sure. Our little dude.
definitely. And the episode is coming out on Thanksgiving, so people will be able to watch with their families. But who do you think will be the most surprised to see you unmasked?
Honestly, I don't even know because everyone's texting me saying they know it's me. And then even, when I go to the comment section on Mass Singer, they're like, it's Jana Kramer, which I was shocked that so many people would guess me.
Yeah.
But so I don't know because I feel like I don't have the best voice. I have a very distinct voice. So I feel like the people that know me know they're like, you can try to fool us and try to say, well, I don't know why. Because I was like, oh, that's weird. I've never watched that show. I have no idea. Like, what is like, why do you think it's me or something? And they're like, shut up. You know what I mean? Like they're like, we know it's you. So I don't think there'll be any surprises actually.
Okay, I guess we'll see who contacts you and how the fans react.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
were you surprised with how far you got in the competition and what did you think about the judges' guesses?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I made it to exactly where I thought I was going to make it. I
Hmm.
mean, the competition, there's so many amazing singers, and I was happy with doing the 3 episodes. I was like actually just so thrilled. And so because I knew I wasn't going to go all the way. So I'm like, if my mind, when I know I'm not going to go all the way to something, I'm like, all right, let's just get in a couple episodes and then go back to my
Yeah.
kiddos. Um, so I mean, it was so fun and I was really happy with it. And there's incredible talent on there. So it wasn't sad that I only got 3 episodes.
Yeah. You also spoke about some of the things you faced online over the years, and performing on the show under a mask kind of gave you a little bit of freedom to sing and be yourself. What was it like to do that without having anyone know who you were?
It was great. I had so much more fun. Like, because I feel like I, though sometimes I'm confident, there's other times where I'm just not confident at all. And my self-esteem I think back in my like 20s and 30s, I was definitely more self-conscious. And I would always say like, and I just said on this interview, I'm not the best singer, but I like because I always knew there was someone better that was on my label, or okay, I only got my record deal because I was on on One Tree Hill, and I know all those things, and so I think I always kind of held myself back because I was never praised as the person that had a good voice. So with this, doing this show, I was able to I was able to gain a little confidence doing it because I didn't put the pressure on myself. I didn't care about the judgment. And then I was pleasantly surprised when I did see the comments because they were comparing me to some singers that have insane voices. So I was like, okay, like maybe I'm not as bad as I thought.
No, you did great. You did great. You should give yourself more credit. And lastly, would you ever do anything like The Masked Singer again now that you've stepped on the stage and performed under that mask?
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to get them. I used to figure skate, so I've been trying to get them. Can we do like a celebrities on ice? Because I really would love to, I was like, I miss figure skating, and that would be really fun. I think they tried it back in the day and it bombed, but yeah,
There's a British
that
version. I'm pretty sure
it was.
there's a British skating celebrities go skating or like something like that.
Okay, well, they need to do that because it's so fun. But yeah, I mean, listen, I think it's so fun I take every experience that I do and I find something that I can learn from and grow from and and do. So I am always open to anything.